A Colorado doctor went into sudden cardiac arrest at just 40 years old and woke up in the hospital blind.
Although lucky to be alive, his life has been upended and now comes with big new challenges. But the community rallied around him in a big way to help with his next steps.
He's sharing his story with our Talia Cunningham, in a story you'll see only here on Fox 31. Talia.
Bill Lubinsky's medical career was just getting started. He was an emergency room doctor who dedicated his life to pouring into his patients. But now the shoe is on the other foot. He's the patient after suffering a massive heart attack, which resulted in him losing his vision permanently.
Making a cup of coffee, once a simple task. Now a tall task for Bill Lubinsky.
I have felt at times like burdensome to my friends and family.
A burden that weighs heavy from what was to now what is. Lubinsky completed years of medical school, was a promising ER and internal medicine physician here in Denver, and just purchased this luxury condo. But things went dark last August. Young, healthy, and physically active, Lubinsky went out for a run at Cheeseman Park.
I started to get really sweaty and crampy.
Thinking it was heat exhaustion, he went home, but was very weak with chest pains. Being a doctor himself, he knew something was not right and called 911, which likely saved his life.
They got my name and that I was an ER physician, that I was having a heart attack, and then I had a cardiac arrest.
At 40 years old, he went into cardiac arrest twice and ventricular fibrillation, was eventually put on a CPR device while doctors cleared a clot and put in stents, which led to internal bleeding and a large blood transfusion. He was given a 1% chance of survival.
I woke up 3 days later, intubated and in an ICU.
A medical miracle. He wasn't brain dead and didn't suffer any brain damage. However, his sight was gone, only seeing darkness and yellow spheres.
There was no blood flow to the optic nerves.
His eyes are perfectly healthy, but there's no signal to the nerve, leading to permanent blindness. Lubinsky went months recovering in the ICU and a rehab facility. And now he's back in his condo, a familiar place that's not so familiar anymore. Now navigating the challenges of taking care of himself.
How do I get groceries? How do I go out around the block? I am still struggling with, keeping up with technology.
The community is helping this doctor gain his independence back, raising more than $35,000 for him to attend the Colorado Center for the Blind, a world-renowned school attended by the visually impaired and taught by blind professionals.
It's all about having a great attitude and knowing that you can get your life back. And I know Bill that will happen for him. I'm sure of it. So we're very excited to have him.
So for the next 6 months, for 8 hours a day, this will be a safe space for Lubinsky to learn Braille, use a computer, cook, and much more, allowing him to gain confidence with his new disability.
I'm very excited.
From a near-death experience to waking up in darkness, his outlook on life is still full of light.
Being blind is not, I'm not going to say I looked forward to it or expected it, but it's also not like the end of the world.
Lubinsky has been in school for 2 weeks now. He says it's going great. His goal is to get back to what he loves, practicing medicine. He tells me it won't be in the ER anymore, but hopes in time and skills learned at the Colorado Center for the Blind, he can practice telemedicine in the near future. If you'd like to support his journey, head over to our website right now at KDVR.com. In studio, Talia Cunningham, Fox 31.